Hi everyone, welcome back to Azure Zero to Hero series. In this video, we will try to understand what is SLA, what is SLA downtime estimate, what is service credit, composite SLA, and how you should define application SLA based on service SLA. So, to understand SLA, let's take an example. Imagine that you go to some electronic shop and you want to buy a pen drive. You ask a vendor that what is the guarantee of or warranty of this pen drive. So vendor will give you few options of different companies pen drive and say this particular pen drive has 3 years of guarantee, this particular pen drive has 5 years of guarantee. What does it mean? It means that okay, this particular vendor is committing that this pen drive will work smoothly for next 5 years. So you will prefer pen drive which is having more guarantee or warranty over another. So same way in Azure or when you go for any cloud service, suppose if you are going to create a virtual machine, then you are asking question to vendor, what is the guarantee that this machine will be up and running? So this is how Microsoft responds to that question. Microsoft has defined SLA, which is nothing but a service level agreement. So service level agreement is nothing but the Microsoft commits the uptime for different services. So there are multiple services offered by Azure. So each Azure service may have some SLA. So few free services, they are not bounded with SLA, but most popular services you will find SLA is defined for those. So different services, different SLA. You can see this chart. So this is nothing but the SLA percentage. It means Microsoft commit some service which is having like 99.9 SLA, it means it will be up and running for this much amount of time in terms of percentage. So if I want to translate that in another words, I will say, if imagine an example, if Microsoft is committing that virtual machine SLA will be 99.9, then Microsoft is saying that we will try to keep this machine up and running 100%. However, in some unlikely event of disaster, we may face some downtime of like 10.1 minutes. So this is how you can translate this uptime into downtime per week, and hence downtime per month and downtime per year, which is like 8.76. So as I said earlier, each service has different SLA. You can find more information about SLAs offered by Microsoft on various services in the link mentioned in description. Moving further, question may arise, what if Microsoft fails to meet SLA, the committed SLA? Then yes, if monthly uptime percentage for say suppose the same example where virtual machine was not up for more than 99.9, which is the Microsoft SLA or Azure SLA, then you will get 10% of credit in your bill. So 10% of discount in your bill. Same way, if virtual machine is down for more than say defined SLA or uptime was less than 99 percent, then you will get 25 percent of credit discount in your bill. And same thing goes with the 95. If it is uptime is less than 95, then your service credit percentage will be 100%. So this is how Microsoft responds to SLA. Moving further, let's try to understand what is composite SLA. Again, to understand this, let's take a simple example of your startup. You have your own startup which is developing web application for some vendor. Now, to develop web application with a small website along with a small SQL database, you have multiple options. Option one, either you create a virtual machine in Azure and install IIS role, install SQL on the same. So it's a virtual machine hosting all the components. In that case, your SLA will be depending on what is the SLA of virtual machine. or you can just create a web app in Azure and create SQL database in Azure, and then use these two services in combination for executing your web app. So depending on what is your service type, your SLE will differ. So imagine a scenario, if you go for web app which has 99.95% uptime SLA, and SQL database which has 99.99 or 4 nines SLA, then what will be the total composite SLA for your website? It will be this 99.95, which is coming from web app, multiply by 99.99% SLA, which is coming from SQL, and which comes approximately 99.94%. So if you observe, composite SLA, which is like combination of these two SLA, is less than these two services. Reason being, if any one of these services is not available, your web application is will not be available. Same way with intelligent architecture, you can get composite SLA more than what we have here. So this is what composite SLA, and as I said, you will define your application SLA. So now if you are going to commit your website SLA to your vendor, then you should commit some SLA which is like this 99.94. You should not commit SLA like 99.95 or 99.99. So you have to calculate composite SLA for your application based on what services you are using in Microsoft, and that SLA you should commit to your customers.